right. I was told that my first video is not too clear when it comes to the sound, so here it is, microphone. Yeah, it's funny. You start something and then you get excited, which basically encapsulates myself in a very, very succinct way. I start a lot. I have started a lot of things in my life. I have delved into and processed and rose to the occasion of evangelizing many, many, many a cause. One of my biggest flaws, and maybe this will be resolved between you and me over time, is that I never really pressed end or put the dot at the end of a process on almost anything. Life has been a really interesting journey, and I think with this channel, I hope to share some of the stories that mattered to me, not in a sense of why they matter to me as a bookmark in my life or as a chapter ending or even beginning, but rather as indicators or guideposts of sorts to what might others feel. It's interesting. Um, I, I I cannot call my life anything less than, and I'm very blessed for that. Um, as we go along, those awkward pauses will go down. I am very adamant, at least initially, to put the reality of this unedited awkwardness into the process, be a part of the process, be a part of my creative process. Oh God, I just call it creative process. That is horrible. It's not a creative process. It's me doing what I do best, which is talking or a monologue. Trust my partners will attest to both statements. It's not that I love my voice. It actually sounds horrible. Everybody always tells you that when you hear yourself for the first time in a different perspective or a medium, it puts you off. I wasn't ready for the level of vulnerability and in many ways slight discomfort that brings to the table. But in other many ways, this is exhilarating and it's exciting. I want to put that period at the end of our sentences. I want to talk about gay life and coming out story that is my life in today's context, in who I am today and why I am who I am today. Hopefully you will find it entertaining. And yes, I put a microphone on. I will buy a professional while I think down the road, because I don't believe that you hearing me is important. I think it's probably a crucial part of this journey that we are embarking on. So yeah, I'll get a microphone, probably a cheap one, but it's a start. Uh, the rest will be as it goes along. I have the table of content. In many ways, there's a desire of mine to talk about, the hopes and dreams, but then the run of the conversation walks into my own internal dialogue, not monologue, mind you, um, and reminds me that it's more important to have content than to worry about how that content is framed. Again, it's important to have some sort of idea. I have an idea. You are there, the audience, and I am here, the narrator of my life in some way. But I feel this medium open doors to something that wasn't there for me before. Again, I'm terrified of the blank page. I'm not terrified of this engagement outside of the awkwardness of it, which is very pronounced and very present, at least internally for me. It is exciting. I get and I will get to do more of this as I go along, and be what it may, I will have content. I will walk my talk. And I hope you will enjoy that journey as you walk that talk with me. So again, Happy New Year. Thank you. And so, yeah, I, I have to share a tiny bit before the end. I've done my first edit because I want to end on a note, at least before the weekend starts. And weekends are awesome in many ways. And I think COVID in general, taught us where to put a weekend, where to put a week when life is kind of blurring together between your vocational path, your passions, and your family situation or your loved ones. But I'm not going to dive into that. I wanted to finish on a different note right before the end, and this is my first edit, as I said. It's That's the exciting part. I'm learning something new, which has always been an addiction of mine. And you're going to learn this with me. And in many ways, it's not you learning something new, but you're learning me. And I'll wrap it all up by saying thank you very much for being a part of this journey. This is going to be surreal. It already is. So thank you. Thank you for you.